Welcome to this all levels somatic yoga for beginners. Let's get started right away by coming to lay down on the back side of your body. You can come either to a shavasana-like shape or maybe constructive rest by bringing soles of feet to the mat, walking your feet wide towards the edges and allowing your knees to knock in towards each other. Whichever option is more comfortable for you, please take that and allow yourself to begin to rest into the support of your mat. Over the next 2 to 3 breaths, notice your breath slowing down, your inhales and exhales getting longer, and your muscles gently releasing away from bone, helping you let go of the day. Whatever is top of mind, you can return to later if need be. Begin a slow and mindful body scan, starting at the top of your head. Notice if there is a tightness to your scalp, or if you can allow this area to relax with your next exhale. Work your attention down over your forehead, softening over each area you view in your mind's eye, around your eyes, your cheeks. Release tension down the sides of your necks, over and around your shoulders. This softness travels down your arms all the way to your fingertips. They may curl as they release. Continue the scan over your chest and upper back, through the midsection of your torso, your ribs, to the softness of your belly and sides. Keep scanning low belly, hips, thighs, and hamstrings. Relaxing farther with each exhale, noticing where tension is held or not as you continue through the knees, calves and shins, ankles, soles of feet, and toes. Notice how you are right now. And we'll come back to this sensation, this awareness at the end of practice. If your soles of feet aren't yet on the mat, please draw them to meet the ground, feet wide. Your arms may draw wide as well, as you allow your legs to fall from side to side in a windshield wiper-like motion. Legs falling in the same direction over to the right, then the left, moving slowly, gently waking up the body. And the next time your legs fall over towards the right, roll onto your right hand side and interlace your hands behind the back of your head and draw your elbows to close, almost like they're trying to touch as you lay on your right hand side. As you inhale, start to draw your left elbow up and open, like you're opening up into a reclined twist, keeping your hands interlaced behind your head. As you exhale, gently close, left elbow back towards right. Inhale to open, right arm stays just where it is, it's just the left arm moving. Exhale to close. Once more, just like this, big inhale, chest opens towards the sky. And this time, rest here. Hands can stay just as they are if this feels comfortable, or extend your arms longer, reaching like your wingspan opening left to right. It might feel nice to take some wrist circles with your left wrist. Okay, to reach the arm slightly off the ground, maybe drawing the left arm slightly higher or lower, looking for a deep stretch in the left-hand side of the body. Slowly close the twist, rolling back to your right hand side. And gently rolling all the way over towards the left, hands reinterlace behind head, elbows draw towards each other. Inhale to open, right arm up and back like you're trying to tap down back of right shoulder on the mat. Exhale to close, almost like you're rounding in on yourself. Inhale to open, heart shines up towards the sky. Exhale to soften as you close. On this inhale, open and stay. Maybe arms reach, maybe they stay. Maybe you play with some wrist circles with the right wrist on this side. Reaching a little bit up or down. There's no right or wrong here, only exploration of what feels good. Closing this twist, rolling back to your left side just for a pause. And then all the way onto your back, drawing your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you take a little rock from side to side, or draw some circles with your knees, massaging the low back into the mat. And then hands to backs of thighs, rock and roll forward and back, up and down along the spine about 3 to 4 times. We'll meet in a cross-legged position, sitting upright whenever you're ready. Always the option to place blocks under your outer thighs, or maybe you sit up on a block or a cushion, that's up to you. And then draw your palms to your arms, almost like you're giving yourself a little hug here. This is called a butterfly hug. And you can allow your palms to gently rub up and down your biceps, your shoulders, like you're soothing yourself. Imagine a loved one giving you a gentle hug. Only today you're doing it for yourself. And you have the option to keep your hands and arms here in butterfly hug, or release your hands towards your shins as we move into Sufi grinds. Start by rocking forward on your sit bones, heart pulls forward, and sending your ribs over towards the right and back, over towards the left and forward. So you are creating these giant circles with your torso, almost like you're trying to get your ribs to move around your pelvis, around your hips. But of course, these circles can always be smaller. And if you're still in the butterfly hug, you can continue to brush your arms, or hands can be grounded on shins or thighs. Option to change directions if that is calling you, if you'd wish to explore the other side. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And take about 2 more breaths to allow your circles to get smaller and smaller. Until you're sitting fully upright, the tallest you've sat yet today. Top of head is light. Sit bones are rooted into the ground. Notice your breath. Rocking over your shins, coming into a tabletop position. Extend your right leg out to the side, directly out, right from your hip. Right toes are pointing forward. Maybe you take a gentle rock here, forward and back. Option to come into fists if your wrists are sensitive or sore at all today. Just allowing yourself to rock, as big or small as you'd like. And coming back to center, reach your left arm up towards the sky. And exhale, thread the needle. Left arm reaches long under your torso towards and past the right edge of your mat. Rest here on the back side of left arm. And we'll almost like you were reaching your left fingertips towards your right toes. And maybe you come back to that rocking sensation of forward and back here. Of course, only if it feels good. Your right hand can come a bit away from your face, supporting you. Maybe it reaches up towards the sky and finds wrist circles again. Maybe you play with spreading the fingers wide in the right hand and drawing it into fists. Always an exploration of what your body is craving today. One more breath. Right hand returns in front of your face. Inhale, re-extend left arm back up towards the sky. Both hands return to the mat. Draw your right foot even farther forward to the outside of right hand so you end up in lizard pose, a wide stance. Right foot is close to the right edge of mat. An option for hands to stay on the mat or use blocks here as you start to dip your lizard from side to side. It's like you're pressing the outsides of your hip towards the ground, left and right. You may feel more sensation not only in the outer hips, but perhaps in the inner thighs here as well. You can bring your spine into this as well, maybe looking back over your shoulder, opposite way that you are letting your hip drop to. Coming back to center. Walking your hands slightly forward, heel toe your right foot across the front edge of your mat into pigeon. So front right shin lands on an angle away from top of mat. Left toes scoot even farther behind you, lengthening left leg. Bring your hands wide here. Think about ankle and knee or a little bit wider. And come up high onto your fingertips as you inhale. Really reach the heart up towards the sky. Exhale, bow your heart towards the mat. Allow your spine to round as you do so. Inhale, float back upright, just like you're peeling a sticker off of the sticky page. Exhale, remelt forward. Once more, like a wave, you grow tall. And like a wave, you bow down. Pause here. Maybe you prefer to stay upright. Maybe you come to your elbows or stack hands or fists, resting here for 2 breaths. Walking yourself back upright if you're not yet. Shift your weight over towards your right hip and face the left long edge of your mat, drawing right inner foot or right bottom of foot to left inner leg. Walk your left fingertips down the inside of left leg as you reach your right arm up and over like you're creating a big rainbow shape with the right hand side of your body. Notice if you drop your right shoulder towards the ground in front of you, can you think of peeling it back? This may intensify a bit of the stretch in the right hand side. Keep the right fingertips reaching in this beautiful arc. And gently draw yourself back upright. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Plant right hand behind you as you sweep your left arm down, forward, and back. Press your hips up and forward, flash dance. Maybe you start to shake your left arm a little bit, like you're trying to loosen fully into the shoulders. Maybe you take a big sigh out the mouth. As you exhale, slowly lower yourself back to the mat. Return to a tabletop position, facing top of mat. This time, stepping left leg out, straight out from left hip. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. And thread right arm underneath your torso. Maybe you take some gentle rocks here, forward and back. If it feels like you're pushing the side of your face too much into the ground, that's okay. No rocking is necessary. And left hand can come in front of your face to support you, gently pushing into the ground to help assist you into the twist. Or reaching left arm high, finding circles with the wrists or the opening and closing of the fists. Playing with all these movements gives our body an opportunity to get into all the creaks, cracks, and crevices. Placing left hand back down in front of you, we reach right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Maybe you take a gentle rock forward and back here, shoulders gently coming past wrists and back, noticing what's happening in the left hip. As you come to stillness, draw your left foot even farther forward as you start to lunge into that leg lizard pose, second side. Left foot to outside of left hand. And here, blocks or no blocks, rocking from side to side, allowing yourself to play your edge today. How far do your hips want to dip? Or maybe you don't want to dip much at all. And drawing yourself back to center. Hands walk a little bit farther forward, heel toe, left foot across the top edge, pigeon second side. Right toes walk long behind you, finding the wide stance with your hands once more, high on your fingers. Inhale, top of head and heart, reach up and away from tailbone. Exhale, allow yourself to melt front of body forward, rounding. Almost like you're trying to get your forehead to touch the mat. Inhale, coming back upright. Exhale to bow. Once more. And release down, pausing here at any height, hands, elbows, stacked palms or fists, letting yourself rest in the pose. Drawing yourself back upright. Weight over into the left hip this time, facing right long edge, left sole of foot to right inner thigh. Right fingertips walk down the inside of the leg, only as far as feels good, as left arm sweeps up and over, finding that rainbow arch once again. Sending your breath to the left-hand side of your rib cage, breathing more space between each rib. Drawing the left arm all the way back upright, it helps you up. It plants behind you as you swing your right arm down, forward, and back as you lift your hips. Flash dance. Maybe you start to shake the top right arm, giving it a little wiggle in all directions, like you're trying to flick some mud off of this arm. Deep inhale. Huge sigh out. Make some noise. Releasing sit bones back to the mat. And this time, coming to sit on your bum, soles of feet on the ground. Slowly lower yourself all the way down to your back. Drawing your heels towards you, towards your sit bones. Create little robot arms by pressing the back of your biceps into the mat. Fingers are up to the sky. As you inhale, lift up, bridge pose. And start to sway your hips from side to side while you keep your knees pointing both in the same direction towards top of mat. Allowing your hips to wiggle over the next 2 breaths, lowering yourself all the way down. Once your back touches down, option to return to constructive rest. Or coming into Shavasana by extending all limbs far from your body, taking up space. Running your attention from the top of your head, over your forehead, eye sockets, and cheeks. throat, shoulders, down the arms to the palms and the fingers. What's changed? Where is energy settled? Moving down the chest and upper back, mid-torso, belly, low back, hips. Soften through the legs, the knees, the lower legs, ankles, soles of feet, and toes. Let yourself simply be here. Let your energy resettle. After this movement got shaken up, let it find where it wishes to land, so you may be as peaceful as possible. Stay here for as long as you'd like, or start to reawaken the body by wiggling into the fingers and the toes, rolling out the ankles and the wrists, maybe rocking the head from side to side. Take a deep inhale as you stretch like you're just waking up for the day. Toes and fingers reach away from each other. Audible sigh, let it go. And drawing your knees in towards your chest. So you may roll over to your right hand side. And taking your time as you push yourself back up into a comfortable seat. We'll meet with our hands in prayer at our heart centers. And bow so your third eye meets your fingertips. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Bring your head back up. May you feel kind words. May you speak kind words. May you think kind words. Together, we bow forward and say thank you.